Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to our installment of Scott Selections here for Tuesday, September 14th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened. So we had a pretty tough loss with the Raiders first half, plus 3.5 at minus 115 on DraftKings. Raiders were absolutely terrible for the entire first quarter, and then woke up in the second quarter, the third quarter, and the fourth quarter as they won the game outright in overtime. But that didn't do us any favors because the Raiders trailed by 4 at halftime, and we had plus 3.5. Couple of shots there. Carr took to the end zone with less than a minute to go in the first half, but none of them were completed, and they kicked the field goal, which caused them to trail by 4. But I mentioned in the middle of the video, I thought the Raiders would win the game outright, and they ended up doing so. Not giving myself any credit for that or a pat on the back, but hopefully some of you ended up taking that as a side play. But as for the play of the day, I ended up losing with the first half. Still pretty tough, but it is what it is. Look for a bounce back winner here on Wednesday. And for the play today, we're going to be looking at baseball. It's going to be a matchup between the Rays and the Blue Jays taking place at around 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And for the play today, we like the Blue Jays money line at minus 130 on BetMGM. Time recording of 2:20 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like the Blue Jays in this spot. First of all, even though Tampa is ahead in the standings, we can all agree it's a classic cliche, but I'm sure you could agree it's true. Baseball is a game of streaks. And right now, it's really tough to find a hotter team than Toronto. Toronto has been on fire over the last couple of weeks as the Blue Jays have won 12 of their last 13 games, including the series opener against Tampa yesterday by the score of 8-1. Meanwhile, Tampa is in first place by a decent margin in the AL East. However, the Rays have been slumping a little bit lately as Tampa has lost 4 of its last 5 games. So Toronto's been in much better form lately, and I do think that should pay dividends in this spot. Plus, looking at the pitching matchup, you have Berrios on the mound for Toronto. 4 starts at the Rogers Center so far this season after the Blue Jays acquired him at the trade deadline. 21 and 2/3 innings pitched, 3.32 ERA, so he's been pretty sharp at home. Meanwhile, you have Rasmussen on the mound for Tampa Bay. Now, he has been very good this season. I'll concede that point. However, the main issue he has is that he was a bullpen guy converted into a starter, so he doesn't really go any length at all. He's pitched less than 5 innings in 15 of his 17 appearances this season, and when I say 5 innings, I mean the ceiling is 5 complete innings. So I think you're going to end up seeing him probably go 4 and change before the bullpen ends up taking over. The pitching matchup I do think is close. I think Berrios, of course, is going to give you more length, but at the end of the day, the Blue Jays have just been so good over the last couple of weeks. In Tampa, I don't want to say they're coasting to the finish line for the actual regular season, but it definitely appears that way because Tampa, for the last couple of games, has really just looked disinterested. And Toronto is an absolute team possessed right now. You've just really seen what the impact has been since they started playing in Canada again. They've been phenomenal at the Rogers Center for however many games they've been there in the middle of the season, of course. And I do think Toronto, based on the current performance, based on the hitting core, based on the pitching in this spot, I think Toronto has enough firepower to get the job done. I do think they should be bigger favorites in this spot. Let's play that once again here for Tuesday, September 14th. It's going to be on the Blue Jays money line at minus 130 on BetMGM. Bye, everyone.